what is the relative motion? If I am saying we have a object 1 and this object is moving with the constant velocity v1, and we also have a object 2 moving with the constant velocity v2. Okay, then the relative velocity is defined as velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1, or velocity of object 1 with respect to object 2 when both the objects are in motion is defined as the rate of change of position with time of object 2 with respect to object 1. Right? So, relative velocity is what? The velocity of one object with respect to another object. That is called as a relative velocity. So, here we have two objects 1 and 2. So, if I am saying relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1 when both objects are in motion. Is time rate of change of position in position of object 2 with respect to object 1. So this is the relative motion, means the motion of one object with respect to other object. If we find, so we say that this motion is called as a relative motion. The best example for the relative motion is if I am sitting in a train and in a second train is moving and my train is standing. So we feel our train is also moving. Right? This is the relative motion. Right? The relative motion of one object with respect to the another, that is called as a relative motion, relative velocity. Okay. Now I am going to find the expression for the relative velocity. Student, expression for the relative velocity. Now again, we suppose we have a two object, object 1 and object 2, and these objects are moving in a same direction with a constant velocity v1 and v2. What we suppose? Suppose two objects, 1 and 2, are moving in same direction with constant velocities v1 and v2. Okay, students. Now the position coordinate for these two objects at the time t0 we suppose as x10 and x20, and these with reference to the earth. Okay, now we suppose or consider position coordinate of two objects one and 2 are x10 and x20 at time t is equal to 0. Now I am writing here with reference to earth. Okay. Now if we find the position coordinate of two objects at the time t, now if we find position coordinate of two objects at time t. So we can write the equation, the position coordinate at that time by the help of kinematic equation of uniform motion as x1t is equal to x1 naught plus v1 into t. So this is the equation number 1. The second equation for second object, x2t equal to x20 plus v2t plus second equation. Now subtract equation 2 from 1. Now we have to subtract the equation 2 from equation 1. I am going to rub it. Now subtract two from 1, or we can write 2 from 1. Okay, now what we can write as x2t minus x1t. Okay, x2t minus x1t is equal to x20 minus x10. Okay, x20 minus x10 plus v2 minus v1 into t. Okay, so I subtract the equation 2 from equation 1. Now we take common or same or collect the same terms. Okay, now we can write x2t minus x20 in the same side minus x1t minus x10. Okay, now what is the value in right hand side? v2 minus v1 into t. Okay, and what is this? This is a displacement of the object 2. What is this? This is displacement of an object 2 minus, what is this? This is the displacement of an object 1. Displacement of an object 1. Okay, and it is all overall equal to v2 minus v1 into t. Okay, now what we can write? Or we can write this equation as the displacement of the object 2 minus displacement of the object 1. We can write as relative displacement of object 2 with respect to object 1. Or we can write as relative displacement of object 2 with respect to object 1. So this whole term we can write as relative displacement of object 2 with respect to object 1, and that all will be equal to v2 minus v1 into t. Now if we divide displacement with time, now or relative displacement of object 2 with respect to object 1 upon t. This time we have taken as division or in denominator. So what is it in right hand side? v2 minus v1. So displacement upon time, that is always equal to velocity, and there is a change in velocity, and this term is called as relative velocity. This term is called as relative velocity because relative displacement upon time is called as a relative velocity. So finally we can write as relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1 is equal to v2 minus v1. Okay, now this is the final expression, and this term we can written as v of 2 1. What is the v of 2 1? the relative velocity of 2 with respect to 1, this is equal to v2 minus v1. The velocity of second object minus the velocity of first object. Or if we want to write the relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2, or if you want to write relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2, relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2, you can write as v1 minus v2. So students, always remember, when the objects are moving in a same direction and you have to find the relative velocity of one object with respect to other, there is a difference of their individual velocities. Okay, so when the objects are moving in a same direction. Okay, now students, I am going to discuss the relative velocity in terms of position time graph, a very important topic. As we all know that the value of x2t minus x1t is equal to x20 minus x10, okay, plus v2 minus v1 into t. Right? This is the equation as I told you earlier. Now, if we want to make a position time graph, what is a position time graph? The graph between displacement and time, that is called as a position time graph. Okay. Now, we have taken the three cases to make a graph. The case 1, if we say, what is what this term says? This term is nothing but that is a v21 or the relative velocity, as you all know that. Okay. Now, if I take the case 1, that the both objects are moving in a same direction with the same velocity. If both objects are moving in same direction with same velocity. Now what happened? If the velocities are same, now it means the value of v1 is equal to v2. Right? When the velocities of two objects are same and they are moving in the same direction, the value of v1 is equal to v2. Or we can say the difference of v2 minus v1 is equal to 0. Right? It means this term is, this overall term become 0. Now we can write x2t minus x1t is equal to x20 minus x10. Okay, and what is this? x2t minus x1t, or you can write as x2t minus x20 is equal to x1t minus x10. Okay, it means the displacement of object 2 is equal to displacement of object 1. Right? So what it means? It means there is no change in displacement when the velocities are same. When two objects are moving with the same velocity, their displacement time graph does not change. They are moving with the same constant velocity, or their displacement time graph must be same. So if I am going to make a position time graph for the case of two displacements. So if I am saying the first object have a displacement initial x10, okay, and second object have a initial displacement x20. Okay, now they are moving with a constant velocity, so in that condition their displacement must be same. So they cover equal distance in a equal time interval. They cover equal distance in a equal time interval, and the graph for this case is like this. The graph for this case is like this, and this graph says the object cover equal distance every time in a equal time interval. Okay, now I am going for the second case. Now student, case 2. In case 2, we say if the velocity of second object is greater than the velocity of first object. Now, if I am saying the object velocity of second object is more than the velocity of first object, now from our equation x2t minus x20 is equal to x1t minus x10 plus v2 minus v1 into t. Now in this equation, this term never be 0. And when v2 is greater than v1, that means this v2 minus v1 is always positive. v2 minus v1 always positive. Because v2 is more than v1, so this term always positive. It means the displacement of second object is gradually increased with time. The displacement of second object is gradually increased with time because displacement of first object plus this term. This term is added with this term because this is positive term, and whenever this positive term is added with, it increases the value of displacement of second object when the value of v2 is more than v1. Okay. Now in this condition, if we make a graph, the graph is looking like this. This is a position time graph for the case of relative velocity. So if I am saying the position of first object is initially here and the position of second object is initially here, x1 0 and x2 0. But by the help of this equation, if v1 is first object is moving like this, right? First object is moving like this, but the second object speed is more than the first object speed. In that condition, the graph is like this. Okay, the graph is not like this. Graph is not same because the displacement of second object is gradually increased. The displacement of second object is gradually increased with respect to time. So whenever the v2 is greater than v1, the value of v2 minus v1 always positive, and the displacement of the second object is always increases with time. Okay. Now I am going for the third. Now student, case 3. In case 3, if I am saying the value of v2 is less than v1, what it means? It means the velocity of second object is less than velocity of first object. Right? Now what happened? Initially, when the motion is start, the velocity of first object, the difference of displacement is increases. But when the velocity of object 1 is increases with respect to velocity of object 2, then when there is a one point where the two objects meet with each other, and after that the object 1 overtake the object 2, then in that condition the displacement of the second object decreases with respect to first object. What it means? If I am saying me and you move racing with our bikes, and my speed is gradually decreasing, and you are overtake me, then what happens? When you overtake me, my speed is decreases and your speed increase, so our difference of displacement become decreases, so my displacement become decreases. So in this condition, if I make a graph, okay, between the time and position, so what happened initially? Initially, if I am saying this is x1 0 for first object and x2 0 for second object. So if I make a graph like this, right, what happened at that point? This is a meeting point of two objects, because the speed of object 1 is gradually increased, but the speed of object 2 at that point, after that point, decreases. So here the value of x2t minus x1t is positive, but here the value of x2t minus x1t will be negative. Okay, so this is what? This point is called as a time of meeting, because this line is a time. So this is a time of meeting, and this point for the y-axis is called as a position of meeting. Okay students, now this is a graph for the third case, when the velocity of second object decreases with respect to velocity of first object. Okay, so here I discuss with you the position time graph for the relative velocity with the three different conditions. Now if I am saying the velocities of the objects are in terms of vector, how we can find the magnitude for the relative velocity? Okay. Now students, the next topic is determination of relative velocity when the velocities are vector. What it means? If I am saying the two objects A and B are moving with the velocity VA and VB. Right? Here I make a vector form and they make an angle theta with each other. So here if two objects are moving in the same direction and they make an angle theta with each other. Now what is the relative velocity of A and B? So we can write as VAB equal to VA minus VB as per the previous discussion, but here is the vector form and we all know that there is no case of subtraction in a vector form. Vector always say the vector addition law, so we never be subtract. So in a vector form we can write this equation as VA plus minus of VB. Okay, we can write VA plus minus of VB in a vector form for the relative motion of VA and VB. Now what it means? It means the velocity of a object A plus the velocity of the object V in a opposite direction. So this is the actual direction of the object V, where we can take a minus V here. So we can write like this, minus VB. So the object direction become opposite. So we can write this minus VB because we want here minus VB. Okay. Now here our object is VA, here the object is VB. This angle is theta and this whole angle is 180. So how much this angle is? That is 180 minus theta. This angle will be 180 minus theta. And if I am saying this is our resultant velocity VAB. This is our resultant velocity VAB. Now we can easily make a parallelogram here. So by the help of law of parallelogram, we can write as VAB vector equal to VA vector plus minus of VB vector. Okay, and the angle between VA and VB is 180 minus theta, not theta. Okay, and now if I am saying the resultant make an angle beta with VA. So here we have to find the magnitude of relative velocity as well as direction of the relative velocity. Okay, so first of all, for magnitude of relative velocity, what formula we use here? VAB equal to under root VA square plus VB square plus 2VA VB cos 180 minus theta. Okay, VA square, when I taught you the vector, in that condition we have discussed how we find the magnitude between the two vectors if we make an angle theta. VA square plus VB square plus 2A VB cos 180 minus theta, or we can write this equation as VA square plus VB square minus 2 VA VB cos theta, because cos 180 minus theta is always equal to minus cos theta. Okay students, now this is a magnitude of the relative velocity formula. Now this is a formula for find the magnitude of the relative velocity if the angle and velocities of two objects are given. Now if you want to find the direction of the resultant or direction of the relative velocity. Now for the direction of the relative velocity, I am going to write direction of relative velocity. So if we say the relative velocity VAB make an angle beta with VA, if VAB make an angle beta with VA, right? VAB make an angle beta with VA. Now we can find tan beta is equal to VB sine 180 minus theta upon VA plus VB cos 180 minus theta. This formula also I taught you earlier when I discussed the vector. Okay. Now solve this equation. We can write VB sin theta upon VA minus VB cos theta. That is equal to tan beta. How we can write is, as we all know that sin 180 minus theta is sin theta. But cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So put the values here, sin 180 minus theta as a sin theta and cos 180 minus theta as minus cos theta. So this is the formula to determine the direction of the resultant with respect to given vector, or we can write as beta is equal to tan inverse VB sin theta upon VA minus VB cos theta. Okay student, so this is the formula to determine the direction for the case of resultant, right? Now by the magnitude formula, we also I am going to say something, one more thing please. The magnitude formula was VAB equal to under root VA square plus VB square minus 2 times VA VB cos theta, right? Now if I am saying case 1, object A and B are moving in same direction. Same direction. Object A and B are moving in same direction. What it means? It means theta is 0. The object A and object B are moving in same direction. That means theta 0. So put the theta 0 here. Now what the answer will be? VAB equal to under root VA square plus VB square minus 2 times VA VB cos 0. And cos 0 we all know that cos 0 is 1. So this is become VA minus VB whole square. Or finally the answer is VA minus VB. So when two objects are moving in same direction, the relative velocity is always the difference of each other. But when the objects are moving in opposite direction, student, case 2 says when object A and B are moving opposite, when objects A and B are moving in opposite direction, opposite direction. What it means? It means the object A is moving like this and object B is moving like this. Now the angle between them is 180 degree. Now put the angle in the equation. What value we get? VAB equal to VA square plus VB square minus 2 times VA VB cos 180. And we all know that cos 180 is minus 1. So this becomes A plus B whole square. So final result we get VAB equal to VA plus VB. Now always remember, when the objects are moving in same direction, subtract the velocities. When the objects are moving in opposite direction, add the velocity. But the condition is both objects are in moving conditions. Okay. Now this is whole about the relative velocity. Thank you so much. Have a